Who we got in here? Dark Kitty, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Dark Kitty? Can anybody hear me? Let's see here. Okay. I guess we'll wait a while, a little bit. Do I need this one? I don't think anything. All right, all right. Dark Kitty showed up. It was all right. How was your day? Okay. Let's see. See if some more people come in. If not, it's just gonna be me and you, Miss Dark Kitty. It's all good. It's all good. Did you get a notification? Okay. I'm still trying to work this out. So this is my first one. So bear with me. And I'm trying a different. I'm not trying StreamYard. I'm trying this one called Riverside. So I haven't paid into the membership yet. So I'm not using it till its full capabilities yet. It's not too bad. It's kind of well, it's Virginia. Virginia's weather is kind of like a roller coaster. One minute it's up and then down. Like right now, it's hot in my house, so I'm burning up. Oh, you're from Louisiana? Okay. My stepdad's from there. Well, he's he's buried there. I had to put him there in 2021. Swamp Cat. Okay. Okay. You're not one of them types that fight over roadkill, are you? I seen an episode of I want to say it was Cops. They they had two neighbors fighting over the roadkill, who's gonna get the hog or something like that. I was like, shit. Well, since it's only, I don't know who the second person is, but you can come up to the front, say something. A possum or armadillo, huh? People eat them shits. So, since it's me and you here right now, you got any questions or concerns that a topic you want to talk about? Hey, did you know um, there was a tribe of people called the Raccoon people that lived off that were from Louisiana, close off the Mississippi. They used to call them the Raccoon tribe, and they used to paint their faces like the raccoons. And you ever heard the term "Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes"? They got that from the Raccoon tribe because they used to go out and fight the colonizers at nighttime. and that's how you get the word coons. Um, okay, as far as the Syria thing, um, from what I've heard, they got rid of Al Assad. So I haven't. Yeah, yep. They call them the Raccoon Tribe. Yep, and that's how you get the word coons because of those people. And yes, they were copper tone people. Back to Syria. Um, I think um, I'm not sure, but I've heard Al Assad is gone or supposedly left the country. And for some odd reason, they're hitting that country really hard. I mean, if it's true, because we don't know what's what nowadays. I'm not saying it's fake. I just don't believe everything that they tell us. So um, I always say the military won't tell you or show you what it's doing until after it's done. Okay. Well, you know Louisiana is France, right? You know that, right? Louisiana is France. The French are the mixed breeds that we created back in the day. Same with the Spanish, they're mixed breeds. If I'm correct, right? People, you know, like to call out. Yes, ma'am.
Do you hear me?
No, I don't hear you. Where you at?
I was on your live and I've been typing in and you're not even acknowledging.
I don't even see you.
I don't see
Oh,
you.
I see you on
So
this
what's
one.
going on?
I see
What?
you. I see you on this. I got two different ones open.
Well, it's only one. I don't know what you're doing with two different ones open. But
What?
I see Dark Kitty ass in there.
Yeah, yeah. But I only see one text from her on this window. Now I see you up here.
So what I see you in this. I got two different ones open. Well, I was finna go live about JC, but then I saw you go live, and then I was like, let me type in here with him, and then I'm typing, I see me and Dark Kitty.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If you go live, I'm gonna come on with you.
No, no, you stay right where you is. I'm proud of you, and that's why I came on first because I wasn't going nowhere. I was gonna go to bed. Then I was like, I saw that post about JC. I was like, let me type in here with him. And then I was like, let me type in here with him. And then because you're talking to me.
Yeah,
So
I put.
let you know
Sorry, Dark Kitty. Um, had to talk to Steph right quick. Somehow I got two windows open on YouTube, so I only see. I didn't see her chat at first until I clicked on the other window. So I'm still trying to work this. Just bear with me. Now I see her on this one. So oh shit, the fuck I just do? Okay, I got a third person in here. Who's the third person? I'm probably the second person watching my own damn self. You know what? I'm gonna hit the like button for myself. Oh, we got a fourth. Who's the fourth? Come on up, say hi. Yeah, what's up? Different is beautiful. Different is beautiful. Have you been on Surviving the Fuckery? I don't remember seeing you. Doesn't matter. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the house of Tarbarian. Let's see if we get a couple more people in here. Oh, Darth Kitty, as far as Syria goes, um, that's a tricky one. They could be doing that as a distraction. Oh, okay, okay. Different is beautiful. Yeah. See, that's why I try to say on Steph's channel, y'all can come up to the front. Don't be afraid. Ain't nobody gonna snap at you or nothing. Uh, you know, uh, if you got something to say or if I'm wrong, go ahead and put it in the chat. We'll talk about it. Same on, Steph's channel. Just don't, like she said, don't be no damn troll. Yep, we don't bite. Steph's in the house, y'all. So you better be careful. I'm gonna have to give her a wrench. Wear y'all asses out. uh, seriously, guys, if you're coming on, say hi. Say your greetings, say your highs, your hellos, what's ups. You know, comment, say what you gotta say. Don't be hiding in the back. Come on to the front. Let's get this party started. So for y'all in the back, come to the front. You know, say hi. Let me know what you want to talk about. This is a my first live, so I don't really have anything structured yet. Um, So this is free flowing tonight, and we'll see how many people come in or what we're talking about to see how long I'm going to be on. So right now is this is like an introduction for me going live. 71. Hey, you know what? Different is beautiful. 71, and you're listening to this type of information. That's great, because I'm pretty sure you have a lot of knowledge yourself, and I'm pretty sure you see some things that just wasn't right, but you couldn't, you know, explain to people or tell people because they're on a different thought process. You know, I would love to hear anything that you got to say or any type of knowledge you have or type of topics that you want to talk about. And we need to, respect certain, our elders and the boomers. I hate to say it like that, but um, from the boomers on, I say between the boomers and Gen X, we're the ones that's got to fix this shit. I don't know about these millennials and thereafter. You know, maybe some of the millennials, the ones closer to the Gen X type, the ones after that, I don't know. But even some of the you know the Gen Zs and the Ys, they got some information too. So don't, I'm not gonna leave you guys out. But as a whole, shit. There you go. So again, the whole Syria thing, I'll have to see how that plays out because that could be a distraction, you guys. So all I know is their president has been ousted, from what I've heard. If I'm correct, if he's ousted, then uh, he would. I'm wondering if there's going to be a power vacuum established in Syria, which would mean there's going to be a land grab of resources if it hasn't been done already. Then again, uh, we don't know what these people are doing. We just see what's on TV. If you're not there, you don't know if it's fact or fiction. So we got to be careful what we're watching on as far as the media. However, um, I've said it before in discussions and maybe on Steph's stream. Um, Again, that certain things will come out after it's done. So we don't know the timeline of these things, these events, if they're present or in the past. Different is beautiful. You're not the everyday baby boomer, huh? I hear that. I hear that. The only thing with boomers is from what I've seen as far as the Vietnam guys, some of them guys are like really and I get it. They're really uh some of them are really not angry, but they don't really take no shit. And they'll let you know they don't take no shit. And you got some of Gen X that acquired some of that characteristics. We don't take no shit, which confuses the hell out of me why we got these Z's and Y's acting like the way they do. I don't get it. Something went wrong. Anything else we want to talk about? Anybody else got a topic? I want to start showing clips, but I'll wait till we get on the topics to do that. And I notice there's a lag, you guys. So if I see your comment and I'm speaking on what you commented, it's because there's a lag. I think it's about 20 seconds. I think next time I'm gonna try StreamYard through Steph's suggestion. I'm gonna try StreamYard next. So if you guys don't have anything to talk about, I'm gonna start bringing out some stuff. Um, well, if you notice, the millennials don't. The millennials have no idea. They don't really have a an opinion to give on boomers like Gen X does. But if you notice, they don't fuck with Gen X. People tell them, don't mess with Gen X. We're not the ones to be messed with. Darth Kitty, I saw your latest. Steph, I saw your latest video on bricks. I gave my opinion last night on it. Um, again, I think what they're trying to do or what they've been complaining about um, was they didn't want to trade the oil in in dollars, and that's how it's the petrodollar. So what BRICS is doing is, oh, what? Okay. So those nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and I think now Saudi Arabia is on board. And I've heard Iran was trying to get on board. Um, they didn't want to. When I heard about it, they didn't want to trade the oil in dollars. They want to trade it in their local currencies. And oh, okay, okay, okay. Um, huh. So I think what that does when they do that, it um it actually has to go through the central bank, if I'm not mistaken. And it's always been a mission to get rid of the central banks. So like when you do a wire, it has to go through like a central bank system and they get a piece of it. So you're always paying extra fees because of the central bank. And I know I said it last night on the live that uh, there's only a few countries that didn't have central banks, and those are the ones that, ironically, we go to war with. I think it's possible. It was on it before, so why couldn't it go back? The problem is, do the people want it to go back? Because they're so used to this same system for so many years, they'll try to fight the they'll fight to keep the corrupt system and not instill the new one instilled, because uh they'll think somebody's trying to actually do another trick on them. But I don't think it's impossible to for the gold and silver to go back. I mean, it's basically there. It's just that uh it's in the form of your birth certificate. Right. So okay, so the rebels just toppled the Syrian government. See, okay, I remember back in the day, well, some years back, um so you had ISIS in Syria, and then you had the rebels. And then you had the rebels. Um and then you had Al-Assad's people, and then you had the other country forces. So the thing was, people couldn't distinguish ISIS from the rebels at times. So there was like a confusion going on. But if y'all know or heard, I've heard this. ISIS means Israeli Secret Intelligence Services. That's ISIS. Israeli Secret Intelligence Service. So there you go. And then you had the rebels, and it seemed like the rebels were the bad guys at one point, or they were being controlled by somebody else. It was all confusing, and it's still confusing. I think what they're trying to okay, so let's think this, you guys. So let's say the opposing team is trying to start conflicts so they can keep this fake administration in office, so they can declare some type of conflict where Trump is delayed from getting in office, or he has to deal with it when he gets in office, which would go against his word. There will be no new wars, right? So let's ask ourselves. Let's think about that. Let's think about that, because that could be a possibility on the surface. On, let's say, in the back end, it's all smoke and mirrors. There's probably not a real thing going on, but old boy has been ousted, and I think they've been wanting him to get out of that position, Bashir al-Assad. So Syria is just, I don't keep track of it much because I've seen some crazy stuff on it, and it kind of, my mind was like, I'll leave that alone. I'll leave it alone. And what's even odd to me is a lot of contractors aren't really going over there, like talking about, which is really odd. That's very odd. Anytime we go through something like that, you're going to see contractors over there. And I haven't seen much of that going on. That's very odd now that I think about it. Anything else? Well, we saw our homeboy Jay Z get a lawsuit, whatever. Yeah, our country needs to stay out of people's business, and I think that's where Trump is like, you know, he's on that type of mission where we need to be more concentrating what goes on here, which is what I'm hoping that's what he's gonna do, where we build ourselves up, we build the infrastructure back up, we build the economy back up, we start making our own stuff and selling it to everybody else. Anybody brings their stuff in, you're going to pay a tax. Meanwhile, you're going to pay for our stuff because that's what we used to do. How we want to get stuff from China and all this other stuff, all these other countries is crazy. Beyond, it's crazy. Our food is coming from another country. You know, when you look at Amazon, you'll see maybe three or four brand names of what you're looking for, and the rest is Chinese. Like, is Amazon Timu now? Is it like Timu Plus or something? Did the Chinese buy out Amazon? Because you can't find nothing. I mean, you can't find you're gonna find nothing but Chinese stuff on Amazon. I mean, even if it's a, I looked up Timberland boots because I love Timberland boots, and I see Chinese Timberlands. Ain't nobody trying to buy. I bought a pair of Timberlands. I didn't realize it when I was in Afghanistan. I bought a pair. I didn't realize it was from China. And when I opened my box of those boots, I got sick. It was like they painted some type of chemical on the boot. And I was sick for about 3 days because of the smell. I had to throw those boots out. So why would we want to buy stuff, that we originally make? Why would we have somebody else do that and then sell it back to us? That's beyond stupid. We don't know where our medicine comes from. We're taking pills that's probably, you know, made in China, made in Hong Kong, made in Vietnam. We don't know where our stuff comes from. It doesn't say made in anywhere. Yeah, if we become financially independent, we'll be back on top. You know why? Uh, the goods are high because uh, they can do that, because if it's coming from another country, you got to pay a tax on that. You're paying there, and see, this is where I see where Trump is getting the tariffs from, because they're taxing us, or for these dumbasses that are going through China to provide our goods. You know, they're letting them come in here and control our resources as far as food and stuff like that. And these people are getting, and they're implementing the tax on us. So why wouldn't we, when he comes in, oh, since you did this, guess what? Um, we're gonna tax the hell out of you now. So I don't get where people are saying, oh, the tariffs are gonna raise our prices. What, bitch, your price is already high. What are you talking about? That's just, come on, you guys. Not you guys, but we need to make our own stuff. Stuff don't even taste the same anymore. Our ingredients are like that. Oh, TN's in the house. What up, TN? Can you hear me, TN? TN's in the house. I'm steadily at 4 or 5 people. I guess that's good. All right, all right, all right. TN, uh, Darth Kitty brought up Syria. I don't know if you want to comment on that. Um, any type of topic you want to talk about? Steph, you got anything? You still here, Steph? I know I got a delay in this from when I'm talking where you guys hear me. There's probably a hold on, let me check. I think it's a 10 to 15 second delay. Are you guys chatting on the other one? Let's see. Okay. You know what, Tien? I didn't check that. I should have. I forgot to check that. Um, I'm wondering. Somebody said it looked like Gallows, and then I've heard it was like a little like jail cells, right? And somebody showed a clip of New York policemen going to DC. And I remember they deputized like 100 uh, NYPD for marshals to be deputized as marshals because they had to take a swear an oath again as marshals. And then they had more soldiers uh, swear in as marshals. So where they went, I don't know, and what they're doing. That's been they've been very quiet about that. And I'm good at finding stuff. However, I haven't. I'll say this: I haven't really checked into it. It hasn't jumped at me, so I'll let that be because if they're keeping that quiet, they're doing that for a reason, and it could be uh, that they're going out handling those sealed indictments that people were talking about. So they could be executing those sealed indictments. So they had all those. Right, right, right. That's right. They did have helicopters come in. That's right. They sure did. I forgot about that. Yup. Uh, I think somebody took a video. It was a couple of Blackhawks that landed, and they were saying like they've never seen that before, and it was definitely military. It was definitely military. So there's something's about to go off, or something is about to be revealed, or something like that. I'm waiting for between now and January 20th, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, it was 12. Wow. I know they had I think I saw like a civilian one. Okay. Okay, so Darth Kitty, those letters, um from what I heard, It was a statement from George Bush Sr. that said, uh, they have everything. I'm sorry. Okay. So it was either that or they got issued the warrants. And from what I've heard, the Hillary Clinton that was there wasn't the real Hillary Clinton that was there. Um, if you notice at the funeral, when senior's casket is, they're taking senior's casket by the Bush family. Um, oh really? Okay, the wives. Okay. You know what? Wow, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. The wives. That's right. The wives did open the envelopes. That's right. Shit, I missed that. Why did he go to the wives? Why the wives? Because as I was saying, when they brought the casket by the Bush family and Jed looked at the casket, was looking at the casket, and the bald-headed Secret Service guy handed Junior something, and then he handed to Laura, and then Laura looked at it and then showed it to Jeb, and then Jeb, whatever he saw, it had to have been a picture or something, because he couldn't have read anything that fast. It had to have been a picture, and he looked like, his soul, his spirit came from out of his body, and he just looked scared, and he looked at Trump after he saw what he saw. But I did not. How did I miss that? It was the wives, because Jill opened up Joe's, Michael opened up Barry's, uh, Hillary opened up hers, Laura opened up hers. Wow, that damn! I gotta go look at that again. But why the wives? Why did he say the wives, or why did they say the wives? Shit, he saw something. So, okay, so let's get into, let's start over, you guys. So let's start from the forefront. Let's start from the forefront. So when Trump got into office, or while he was campaigning and debating Hillary, he told her, you know, when she said he should not be president, blah blah blah. He said, because he says to her, because you'll be in jail, right? So if you guys remember, he comes into office and John McCain becomes sick. He gets sick or something like that. And Trump does not like John McCain whatsoever. He can't stand John McCain. And he said something like, and people were like, why don't you like John McCain? And he was like, because he got caught. Now you talk about a Vietnam vet, a pilot. He was like, because he got caught. And then I'm hearing Vietnam vets say they were with uh, McCain in the POW camps, and they were treating him better than everybody else. And they come to find out, they knew his dad was a politician or something like that. And what McCain was doing was feeding them the bombing runs, and where the people were at to do the bombing runs. So he gave out operations. He gave out information on operations, and you're not supposed to do that. So a lot of vets were like, fuck McCain. So if you guys didn't know, Trump went to a military academy, a military school, VMI, if I'm not mistaken, or West Point, and finished ahead of his class. So he didn't go to Vietnam. However, he did graduate from a military school. That's right, Dark Kitty. He did. McCain flipped on the service members, and I'm hearing vets, Vietnam vets, say this. Right. Exactly, you guys. You're right. I've heard Vietnam vets here say they didn't like McCain. He must have he I mean, word must have spread it quick, or there was a lot of people in country that knew about him and what happened. So when Trump came into office, if you guys notice, McCain started wearing a boot, right? So that boot was a tracking device, or had a tracking device on it. So anytime you see a celebrity with a boot on, they got a tracker on. They're just hiding it. So I guess McCain went to tribunal because of his actions, and not only that, they've got him and what's that? Lindsey Graham. Him and Lindsey Graham in Ukraine in 2014, speaking to the Ukrainians on how they're going to overthrow that current government, right? So they've got evidence of that. Not only that, they've got evidence of McCain talking to the head ISIS dude, right? So he's committing treason. So Trump comes in, hey, time for you to go bye bye. Now either you tell us what you did, and if we'll give you an honorary burial. If you don't, we're gonna stain your name, right? So, yep, that's right, Dark Kitty. Graham and McCain was in the coup. That's correct. So after McCain, here comes Bush, right? But if I show you guys something, um, let's see. See, this is where you guys we really got to be careful what we're looking at, because I've actually got a video where if I could find it, where Bush died in like I guess he was meeting some Chinese officials or something like that, and so somebody slipped him something and he was gone. However, this Bush, uh, he told him like, "Hey man, we know what you did. Um, so what you want to do? You want to tell us the truth, and we'll leave it at that. You'll keep you know, your rep, your rep, or you don't say anything and we tell everybody what you did." I'm not saying allegedly. No. After seeing what okay, allegedly. Allegedly. However, no. No. I mean, if people want to come after me for saying what I want to say, then I mean, but if I could find that video, I actually put it on YouTube, and they actually let me post it on YouTube. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's freedom of speech, y'all. That's the way I look at it. I get slander and all that, but you know, when you done seen some of the stuff I seen, there ain't no more allegedly. You know, allegedly to me is like you're still right. You're still taking my freedom of speech away. But I get why people do it because they there could be some legal repercussions and all that. However, it goes both ways because if you put me to court, I can do a counter on your ass. I can present evidence too. But exactly, exactly, exactly. Gen X don't play. Um, damn, I wish I could find that video. Where is that video? So, um, George Bush meets his demise, I guess, through tribunal. I bet you did, Tien. Wow. I bet you did. I bet you did. And I think a lot of people don't realize, um, Tien, um, we have to ignore a lot of stuff because we're surrounded by, uh, you know, people we can and can't trust. And you're rolling a lot of dice to speak your mind out when you're around people carrying guns just as much as you. Right, right, right. I bet you have. I wouldn't I wouldn't want to be in that scenario, in that situation. I wouldn't want to you know see some stuff where I mean I kind of seen some stuff. Oh, you had the big one. Okay. Okay. Weapons loader has to have a TS. Damn, you have to have a TS. Where is that video? If I could find that video, you guys, you guys would be like, "What?" Where is it? Really? Does your NDA expire, or you got to wait till somebody, you know? Oh, oh. I'm gonna say this about MPs, and at first I didn't like MPs. During the Second War, I really don't like MPs, but I respect them. I didn't know they do other stuff. other besides giving out tickets. I didn't know that in 0304 MPs were catching hell. I mean, they were outside the wire, you know, doing stuff, and I didn't know they did all that. I did not know. However, what I didn't like about them was when they were escorting me and my guys, um, them motherfuckers left us. We got ambushed and they took off. They left us. Oh man. Oh, you guys. Oh man. Yeah, they left us. That was that was crazy. But looking at the part of that, my whole unit left me and seven other guys out in the desert by ourselves for 8 days. So yeah, you guys, 8 days by ourselves, and we had no clue where our unit was at. And all the whole time, they're calling us accounted for, meaning that we were there, which we weren't. We were in the we were stuck in the desert by by ourselves. Oh shit. Yeah. Yep. And then somebody finally came and got us. Yeah, you guys. If we're gonna talk about that right there, Iraq, um, I will say um, I'm very fortunate to be here. A lot of my friends or people that I knew made it out. It's when they got home. A couple of guys took themselves out because they're finding out their spouse is cheating on them. Some of them are gone because uh, they drank a lot and then they went driving and they're no longer here. Some of them, I guess, they couldn't take what they saw or what they did or whatever. And, you know, I had one guy um, I was talking to, and I was in Afghanistan at the time, and I was trying to get him a job over in Afghanistan. And he called me, and I missed his call. And then I find out a day or two later he killed himself. So, and sometimes I question if I would have answered that call, would he have done that? To the people I tell that to, they're like, it's not your fault, this and that. But however, uh, this guy was talking to me. So, it sucks, you guys. Um, to possibly know you could have, to know you possibly could have stopped it or talk him out of it. something. You know, that's why I say if you guys, whoever's listening or who's watching, if you got people that are veterans around you, you know, just you know, I'm not saying kiss their ass or anything, but just make sure they're all right. Let me tell you something, Darth Kitty. You fire and rescue people, I got mad respect for you guys. And much as I see police fucking up, I give them respect too. Cause and EMS, first responders, I mean, I give you guys mad respect because you guys see it on a constant basis, just constantly. I mean, we see it and we kind of cause the shit at the same time. But you know, to keep seeing it, and then you're trying to help that person, you know, and you can only do so much. That I could, I mean, I'm surprised, uh, unless they don't talk about it, how EMS and first responders and all that, you know, they kind of lose it too. And I think they should get some type of compensation, like we vets do. I think they should get compensated too. Okay, the Kandahar Giant. I'm gonna tell you this, Tien. I'm gonna tell you this. This is I when I tell you something, I can't make this shit up. Um, when I was in Afghanistan, one of my interpreters, um, I seen a video on the Kandahar Giant. So I asked him. I said, this was like 2012, 11 or 12, and I asked him about that giant, right? And he asked me. He said, "You didn't hear about the 12 soldiers that went into the cave and they never came back out?" And I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah, there was 12 soldiers that went in there and they never came back out. So they sent some more guys in there." And he kind of said, "Yeah, there might be a giant in there." Now, I will say this also. When I worked in Afghanistan, we had to, you know, take helicopters and whatnot from place to place. And I've seen some caves, I mean, in some mountainsides where you're like, how in the hell, who in the hell can reach that? I mean, there's no trail or nothing to these openings. And I would say it's possible it could be real. I won't ever say that's fake. It's very possible it could be real. Because you got spec ops guys talking about it now that they fought this giant and amongst other things. So I think that's I think that's possibly real. And uh, Afghanistan, as crazy as it sounds, I would consider Afghanistan like my third or fourth home. I've been in that country that long. Um, I think I was in there a total of uh, what, 9 years in Afghanistan. So you know, I pretty much know the people. I know certain areas and certain provinces. Some of the people, most of the people are pretty decent. But the giant thing, I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that being real. I mean, given the stuff that we're seeing now, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. And that's good. You guys got support groups. That's really good. I was at the point where uh, uh, maybe I should go talk to somebody, but at the same time, uh, it's almost like you don't realize you got a problem, but you got a problem. And I think the problem is with most people that take that route of taking themselves out is they feel like they're no longer accomplishing anything, or they've been lied to. Yeah, I've heard that, Tien. I've heard that. I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that same story. Darth Kitty, yeah, especially if he was in the first and second one, yeah, he's definitely going to be changed. Yeah. It's crazy you say that because I didn't realize I changed until I went around some of my neighborhood friends, and they're like, you're not the same. I used to smile a lot, you guys. I used to laugh a lot. Nowadays, I don't do that. I miss it. I miss, but when I was doing that, when I was so happy, was when my life was in danger. When my life was in danger, I was happy. It was like, it was like, uh, it was like euphoria. It was like, because you're accomplishing something, you're getting missions done. However, your life is in danger. But you had a group of guys, you had a group of people around you that was on the same level as you, and you're always at a your senses are heightened as at to the highest capability. Maybe even you have more to go, and you're surrounded by guys that and women that they're on are on the same level. That's why when we come back, we nobody can really relate to us. It's only the people that we've been around for so long in those situations that can relate to us. Like people don't understand why veterans, when we go to a restaurant, we want to sit where we can look at the door. Why you want to look at the door? Why you want to? Cause motherfucker, I want to see who's coming in and out. If you saw me and some of my guys go in a store, it's crazy. We go in there and it's like we're clearing the store. You'll see one break right, break left, one will shoot up the middle. It's crazy. But that's how we do. And then we get around, you know, people that don't get us, and we're like, why even bother? And I hate to say it, Darth Kitty, that's why your cousin is like that. He's not gonna be the same around you guys. Let me get around him, and I bet you'll see that laid back guy because he's gonna talk about it. That's right. Back to the wall. You can't come from behind me. I get to see who's coming in. I can tell you who's about to start something before they start it. I can tell you how many people around my area, who's wearing what they smell like, all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. And that's when we're really happy people. That's when we're happy. Oh shit, I smell danger. Yes, yes. Yes. So it's just crazy how that happens. But I've heard that people have flown. I've heard some stories where some guys went to Antarctica and fought some things down there too, allegedly. No, fuck that. They're on other shows. They said that shit. So yes, definitely. If you can have somebody to relate to, it definitely helps. You know, like my mom, I'm her only child. I'm her only one, not her only son, her only child. And she won't ever know what I seen or had to go through. She won't ever know. She doesn't need to know. It's just funny how if something on me is hurting or I feel sick or something like that, she kind of laughs at it because she doesn't see me being that way. But I can't tell her like certain things going on in my body that I can't explain because of the stuff that I did or the environment we've been in. I don't know what's causing certain things, you know, and she'll just like I'm losing my hearing, and she's like, "Can you hear me?" I'm like, "I told you I can't. I'm losing my hearing," and she'll just laugh, because she can't see me doing that because I don't talk about it. I don't talk about a lot of things, you know, and a lot of vets will do that. They won't tell you. You don't need to worry about them. That's what they think. Just keep moving. That's how we're bred. That's how we're trained. Just keep moving. Push through it. If you say something, you're malingering. You're a softie. That's why guys don't want to go in there and try to get their disability ratings or something like that. They're too proud when they've earned it. I was like that. So if you know somebody that is too, in their ego to do that or their pride, tell them to go do it. Jordan, he's gonna be all right in Jordan, and he's Air Force. Tien, he's gonna be all right. Um, Jordan is pro-American, very, very, very pro-American. The prince, his wife is American. His wife is from here. The princess in Jordan is she's from here, and they love Americans. Now they did have an incident. Uh, I can't remember 17, 18 or something like that. The Green Beret guys got ambushed at their uh, at a gate where they usually go in and train or stay at. They got ambushed by some guys there. However, Jordan as a whole, um, if you notice, you don't hear anything about Jordan. You'll hear about Lebanon, you hear about Syria, you hear about Israel, but you won't hear nothing about Jordan. You won't hear too much about Jordan. Jordan got shit on lock, and again, they really like us over there. Otherwise, there wouldn't be an Air Force base over there. You know, and again, the princess is from here, so I'm betting your son is gonna have fun. If anything, he's gonna have fun, especially if they can leave the base. He's gonna have fun, and I say that because I almost went to work over there once, I think, or trained over there, something like that. Yeah, my best friend is a bioenvironmentalist. He takes soil samples and stuff like that, and he's kind of like a facilities engineer too. Makes he's kind of like they're like advanced health and safety type guys, but on an environmental level. So he'll be going out taking soil samples and uh, you know checking certain things. Um, he'll be all right. He's gonna be all right. He's gonna be. Is he an officer or is he enlisted? Because my buddy is an officer while he was doing that. Um, and he's shown me all the different types of soil that he's taken from each country he's gone to. He collects the soil, and he's like, yeah, I've been here, and he's got it all, you know, displayed and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. So, Air Force to me, you're gonna be all right. I've seen them cats in Iraq wearing bikinis and shit, and going to pool parties. So I'm not saying Air Force don't have their issues, but uh, you know, Air Force is the way to go. That's good. Yeah, yeah, okay. So that's what I like about the Air Force. Um, they're all about college. They're all about progression. The Army and Marines, it, uh, I mean, you're worried about getting promoted in those two branches, you know, and you have to take correspondence courses to move up, and maybe ass kissing to certain squad leaders and platoon sergeants and shit like that, which I never did. Um, so they're more concentrating on progressing within the military, and you know the Air Force is they're being progressive. They're worried about progressing while in the military. So when they're out the military, they're taken care of. They're done. They're done. So you got enlisted people from the Air Force coming out with bachelor's degrees. So when they get out, they got a whole GI Bill they can use to get their masters in like 6, 7, 18 months. And they're good. And companies pick them up quick between them and the Navy. I'm not saying Army cats don't do it or Marines don't do it, but from what I've seen between the Navy and the Air Force, they get it done. They get it done. Any other questions or anything? I really appreciate you guys coming to my first live. Really appreciate it, even with the 4 or 5 of us in here. Hopefully, I'll get good at this thing. There's a lot of stuff in my head that I'd like to put out in a certain way, but I'm not tech savvy like that. Not yet, but I'm hoping to get to that. Like Steph's level. Steph is great. Steph can shit. If I can even come close to how she does it, I'll be all right. Yeah, because I think what I would like to talk about, maybe on the next one, I'll try to get situated more, is go from the start of this when Trump was in office, maybe even back to Kennedy, and then bring it up to speed now. And maybe that'll give you guys clarity on how this is being played out. So, and like TN, I mean, you hit me up on something that I missed, and it was right there. I missed that. Wow, the wives. Why the wives? I don't get that. Hmm. I'm gonna go watch that again. I'm gonna watch that again. and he came in late on purpose. Oh, thank you, Darth Kitty. Thanks, Tien. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I like to engage in the chat because I can't. I'm not 100% right. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm not. I'm probably missing something or misspoke on something or something like that. And then you guys in the chat, hey, Tar, that's not right. Blah blah blah. You know, as long as you're not that asshole that was on Steph's comments talking about he 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 didn't have to talk like that. He's using foul language. He sounds stupid. I would have choked the shit out of that motherfucker. Do I think the inauguration will actually happen? 10. That is the $1 million question. Um, I'm hoping it will happen. Let's put it like that. However, if they're in control like they say they are, I'm waiting for I'm waiting for an event to happen where they're going to show the people that Joe Biden did not win that election. That's what I'm waiting for. If they're going to do it. That's what I'm waiting for. The wives, right. 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 And Sun Tzu said, you give me a platoon of women and I can take down a whole empire. Cause or was it something like I could take down an army? Something like that. Because he can use the girls for information. That's right. They do tell their secrets to the wives. They do. There's got to be more to it, though. There's got to be more to that. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. He's. They've been saying some those Q drops. I don't keep track of those, but there was some that were 4 years. Yeah, 4 years ago that they put out, and it's happening now. So now I'm really curious of, are we jumping timelines? Because I don't know if you guys are have you guys or uh have you watched Mandela effect videos where people are saying like it was Berenstein bears, not Berenstein bears. Fruit of the Loom had the cornucopia. Then they're saying they didn't have the cornucopia. Uh, they said I saw one tonight that the Energizer Bunny Rabbit had the battery pack on his leg and not the back. I remember the Energizer Bunny had the battery pack on the back. That's true. The little ones will be vulnerable, but I don't think they're after the little ones. They would. Right, right, right. I think we've jumped timelines, you guys. So if for me to think that, then I have to think just about everything is a possibility. No matter how crazy it sounds, it has to be a possibility. You know, is there robotoids amongst us? You have to think it's possible. Are people wearing masks? Hell yeah. Is there beings inside and outside the planet? You have to really know or think it's very possible. Yes, I think so too. I think we jumped another timeline. I know for a fact we jumped one at the eclipse because that wasn't our sun this whole summer. When September or whatever came around, our son came back, and then we must have jumped another timeline. I'm thinking we jumped the timeline when Trump won the first one because Hillary was supposed to win. Hillary was supposed to win the first term of Trump, but she didn't. He won because they kept saying if Hillary won, we would still be on lockdown from COVID or in a camp if we didn't take the shot. So we missed that timeline. If that's true, we missed that timeline, and he won. So we went to a whole new timeline. However, you have uh, let's say two sides. You know, the team behind Trump and these other cats that are the adversary. So the adversary is trying to create things to mess up the new timeline so they can kind of bring about the old timeline and bring about war. Um, yeah, Barron plays. I'm wondering if Barron. I'm wondering, and this may sound crazy. This may sound very crazy. I'm wondering if Barron is the real Trump or the past Trump or the future Trump. I'm wondering if like 4 or 5 different Trumps from different timelines are on this one. Cause he came out with they had a magazine cover with him quoting, I don't know why these time travelers are trying to kill me. I'm just into real estate. This was back in the 80s or something like that. Yeah, Barron's supposed to be a time traveler according to that book. He's supposed to be a time traveler. That's right. Him and the dog. He's supposed to be a time traveler. And I've read some books, you guys. I read a book, and I think you guys should read this book. I'm going to put it in the chat. I'm going to put this book in the chat. What up, Dust? We got Dust in the house. Yep, The Adventures of Barron Trump. Yep, yep. But if you read that book, The Spandau Mystery, um, it talks about Montauk Island, New York. Talks about an Air Force base that was there, a radar tower that was there, and thanks, Dust. Hey, Dust, we're talking about TN asked if I think the inauguration will happen. So that's the topic we're on. If you got anything you want to talk about, just put it in the chat. We'll hit it up. Um, oh, and also we're talking about Barron Trump. So, and it's crazy how uh the people talking shit about Trump, they're also talking about Barron. You know, they're like, talking shit on Barron. He's just a teenager. Why are you bringing him up? That's kind of odd. So yeah, you guys, this wasn't too bad. Anything else, you guys? Anything else? I got a little bit more time. I'm gonna eventually get to the point where I can have some clips lined up like Steph does, and um, and then we'll talk about it. Um, Baron, uh, so what? He's what, 16 now? Huh. I'm worried about who's gonna be after Trump. Well, then again, it's already been said he'll be the last president. It's very possible he is the linchpin. Very possible. And in what way? That's the question. In what way would he be the linchpin? Let's ask that. What type of way? Yeah, I think he's going into college now, Dark Kitty. So, but he's smart as hell, so he can go in at 16, 16, 17. Is he in college already? Hey, Dust, they got more lights in the sky and stuff in Mexico. I can see Mexico. Mexico has let me tell y'all about Mexico. I don't know how many of y'all have been to Mexico, but I've been to Tijuana and I've been to Ensenada. So Ensenada is off the coastline. Uh I think Baja California or some shit. Baja Mexico, I mean. Uh uh Mexico, to me Mexico is very ancient. It's very ancient, you know? Very ancient stuff that they have there. Cuz you got a lot of jungle in Mexico, even South America, Central South America, that are covering a lot of stuff we can't see. So it would make sense for them to have, you know, that type of activity going on. Unless, hmm, I'm wondering if there's some fighting going on down there and they're keeping an eye on it. Yeah, he probably could, Tien. I've never heard him talk. He doesn't talk much. I don't think I've seen him or heard him talk. I mean, as far as like publicly. And it's almost like he stands with his dad to make sure it's like he's watching him, like, don't fuck this up. Like he's in control. So if Baron is 18, so he'll be 22 by the time his dad is done. 22, 23. It could be Blue Beam. It could be Blue Beam. However, let's say it's not Blue Beam. Let's say it's not Blue Beam. I gotta watch it myself to see if I can see if it's Blue Beam or not. Not that I would know definitively, but just to see how it's doing it, how it's being projected. Um, it's just funny. A lot of that's going on right now. All these so-called UFOs and whatnot. But it would make sense for Mexico, you know, given the ancient stuff that's around there that's connected with the Grand Canyon and all that stuff, and into Texas and New Mexico. You don't hear shit about New Mexico. You don't hear shit about New Mexico. Yeah, I've seen that yeah, yeah, they did that in the mall. That's right, Dust. They did do that in the mall. The holographic thing in Dubai. Yeah. I wasn't I wasn't there when they did it, but I've seen videos of it. And they got some shit uh where they put the hologram on the floor. It'll make it look like you're jumping in water, and it's very lifelike. So they got some good stuff to fool people with. And you're right, it could be Bluebeam. We have to be careful what we're I've said it before. We got to be careful what we're looking at. You know, some people just run with it. Yeah, I used to live in Dubai. I used to live there, work there and travel through there quite a bit. I think they got something outside too, where it's in the you know, in the air. They do some holographic stuff too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. It's very. I mean, it could be Blue Beam. So where would the station be for them to enact Blue Beam, or is it a smaller device? Maybe they don't need a big device anymore. Maybe it's to the point where it could be uh like on a truck or something like that, and they can just project it into the sky. That's very possible. Very, very possible. I'm gonna see if I can find that right quick. Hey, you guys, Steph is on. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave here and we're gonna go to Steph. You guys, how about that? Yeah, the cruise ships do got that. That's right. That's right. That's right. So we're gonna. That's right. Yeah, you guys. Let's go ahead and jump to Steph's channel. So I want to thank Dust, Darth Kitty, and those in the back, whoever you are in the back. Thank you for coming out for my first live. Hopefully, I'll make it more enjoyable the next time. We can do some stuff. I just need to learn how to work this a little bit more, polish it up a lot. So I want to thank you guys for coming and supporting. So I'm gonna end this and we're gonna jump to Steph. So I'll take you guys' last comment. Let me know you're going over there, and then I'll end the live, and let's go and head over to Steph. Yep. Thanks, Dust. Thanks for the motivation. Thank you, Darth Kitty. Thanks, Tien, once again. Let's go. Let's do it. We're heading over to Steph.